Hey everyone, this is Roman here with my teammates.
Hi.
Hello.
It's been 1 month since we started our season 2 SEO Weekly series in English. So welcome. How are you doing on the other side of the world? Like, I'm in Moldova right now. I'm living here. My colleagues are in Turkey. But where? Istanbul?
Istanbul.
Ankara?
We're in Istanbul.
Istanbul, of course.
And
Istanbul. Is there lockdown right now?
yeah, not like that. During work days, we don't have a lockdown until 9 p.m. But everywhere is closed. We are forbidden. The restaurants and cafes are forbidden to serve cafe or anything at their place. There's only on-the-go service.
Wow, even
And
Starbucks?
Yep, and there's no open Starbucks right now. They're just working with
What?
online orders. Yeah.
What? Oh my gosh. Here in Moldova, we have lots of coffee shops which is opened, and here we don't have lockdown. We have just coronavirus and no rules.
Yeah, during weekends we have it. During weekends we have all lockdown, but we are free to go to grocery store nearby. But people are just having a walk near seaside. I don't know why. They are using public transportation a lot.
Oh. You guys are lucky because you have online groceries, but in Moldova we have just offline groceries. Here is no website like for Carrefour or for Migros or something else. We just need to go on and buy something from there.
And that's the opportunity for you to create a startup,
Of course, it's a big opportunity to get coronavirus.
Yeah, that's so true. You can try it.
It's for free, almost free. So, how many people is there? I can't see.
I see 9 right now.
Great. We have any comments? Like, hello, hi, how are you?
Hey guys, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. We are happy to. We will be delighted to answer them.
Of course. Like, you can ask, how are you doing in the last time?
Did you you can ask, did you eat anything good? Anything.
Okay. We will be more than glad to answer your questions, and your comments, of course, it's very valuable. So guys, what kind of project did you work on this week?
I mostly worked on keyword research, some content stuff, content things, content briefs, content audit, content checkout, some robotics, files, a lot of shitty URL parameters. But it was really good. And, it was really
Please
good.
Be more specific, because what? Robotics, content, what?
It was a mixture of technical and content SEO for me. And people may believe that technical SEO and content SEO are so different parts, but they're sometimes too connected.
Wow. Adam?
I was checking also like page speed of the e-commerce websites and trying to get crawling all website to find a really huge size photos, and I explored something really big size and like 4 megabytes, and that was my enjoy moment in this week actually.
Great. In my side, this week I started to work on European Search Awards 2021 entries, because we have some case studies which we didn't publish it yet on our website. But it's not like to write a case study in your website. It's something else. It's something really like you need to find out every detail you've worked on until now. You need to be really how to say that, not generic but specific, because there is lots of projects which apply for European Search Awards. We applied to this to European Search Awards since 2018, and that's my third time when I applied. So I have a little experience. I know what kind of project is there. So we have really a big competitors there. But I will figure out how to be at the final, to be finalist, and let's see what will happen. Have you had any challenges this week, by the way?
I had some. No Starbucks was a really big challenge.
Okay. So we have Carol here, Pinar, Simei, Emre, Orkun. Hey guys, how are you doing?
Yeah, free-spirited remote workers. We love remote working, but this is not remote working.
Yeah, and this pandemic is killing us from day to day. So boring, and and we need coffee. That's the most important one.
We need coffee. You can buy it because you have it.
Yeah, but you need to sit in the chair and the table and the coffee while working. That's the best part of it.
Yeah.
I want to spend my money on sitting there and drinking coffee.
I drink water, guys. I drink water. You can buy it online, by the way. There, this country where I'm living right now, I just can buy something online from restaurants, but that's it. That's all we have online. Yeah.
Because of that.
Also, for me, in my side, challenge for this week, challenges I had to face, it was to not open Clubhouse every day. It's like I am opening Instagram and scrolling. Now, instead of Instagram, I open Clubhouse and tap to one group in there, a chat. Every day there is something interesting. Every day it's something like I want to communicate with people. Like we needed it. They create a project which we needed it for real. Like we are not meet each other at these times. So it's really hard times. So maybe that's why we use Clubhouse right now.
So as
that's what.
While you're saying we don't have any emotion on our face with Bishra because we are Android users. Sorry.
Yeah, we can't understand.
Oh man. I'm sorry about that. Also, I had a second challenge, personally, of course, and this choose personally. I'm trying to not play every day 50 cent, I get money.
Counter-Strike?
I'm playing every day, like 10 times, I think, at least 10 times, I think. I hope I play this. I get money. Okay. Let's get started.
Yes.
As I mentioned, my name is Roman Adamita. As a director of SEO, it's old rule, but right now I am director of SEO. I am leading and encouraging the SEO team at Boostras with my teammates right now.
Hi everyone, I'm Bishra. I do content stuff and I'm working as a senior SEO executive at Boostras for almost 8 months, I guess. And today I got a really nice cup of coffee and I'm waiting for all of your content related and SEO related questions.
Hello everyone, I am Adem and I am working as a SEO associate in digital marketing area. And I didn't have another cool description today. Sorry, I'm just drinking water and I will talk about my experience today.
Great. In our previous session, Adam, you told your first blood of digital marketing.
Fresh blood, not first.
Fresh. Wow.
First blood is so, kind of ranked.
Yeah.
And I claim to be the content queen.
Yeah.
Content queen. I didn't think what kind of name I can tell me, but my name is Roman. So let's get started. What we'll cover today. If you are newish here, and I can tell you that the goal of these sessions is to keep you updated on the SEO industry shortly. We have lots of tricks, tips, and SEO news that you can find it useful. We hope actually. And I will cover thin content and why it hurts your website's organic visibility, how to approach and understand if there is thin content in your website, and lastly, how to deal with thin content on e-commerce websites.
And I will cover topics such as, is your content ready for Valentine's Day? Google no longer supports data vocabulary structured data. Duplicate content is not a negative ranking factor, but it is really. Keyword cannibalization, what should we do about it? Deepcrawl 101, and how to write well.
And I will talk about, firstly, new feature snippets, more information about a search result, and I will talk about what Google want to measure. And does Core Web Vitals metrics differentiate metrics based on the website type, like e-commerce or another static website? And which of the Core Web Vitals metrics affect our page speed score, and how can we optimize the speed of our page, our website on the WordPress? I will talk about that.
Guys, impressive topics. So let's split that. Let's talk a little bit about thin content and why it hurts your website's organic visibility. I tried to analyze one of the websites, which is called Powells.com. And actually, there was a page which included a keyword which I can't read it because it's really long. But it's about a book regarding Webster Lake in New York, near to New York, and this book's page has a keyword which is have a search volume more than 500. I filtered it on SEMrush, and the position of this keyword is between 21 and 50. So I found out that this page is just bring one keyword, and there is actually almost no traffic. So it's estimated traffic trend, but there is no visibility. So when I'm looking at this page, I find out that there is a really very long, like too long page title, and also it's included in meta title. So by the way, page title and meta title is different two things. You can learn them on Google. So this page has actually like, there is no description, there is no comments, there is just product details, page title, price, and image.
Oh man, it's like a labyrinth, going over a labyrinth without a map in your hand, and you got lost in every detail.
Yeah, I think Powell's is really a big bookstore because they are very old, like I see right here in their logo. I don't know what kind of brand is that. Maybe in a country it's really popular, but their website is really old design, has a really old design. And I am looking at this product page, and that there is no valuable section in there, just the book. So where is the author biography? Where is the reviews or buyers? Where is, I don't know. There must be really product details about this if you need to have more buyers, or if you need to have more organic visibility for this page. So this actually was just a page of many of them. There was lots of pages which includes just product details, but also they have dozens of pages with product description, really great. So on this part, you need to add product details like in a description. Why they should buy this book? Who need to buy this book? Like children's or moms or dads, all in one, parents or something like that. So you need to add product details, because if you don't add that, then Amazon always will rank first. When I searched for Webster Lake book, there was Amazon on the first two place on Google search results. So if you want to be the best competitor of them and want to rank first, then you should add their description. Do you have any suggestions? What kind of things they can add also?
I'm going to talk about it in my later slides, because we have some kind of similar content in today's Weekly SEO. I don't want to give spoilers, but Mehmet Emre has a question, but you will probably give its answer in the next slide. So I'm waiting to ask it.
Okay, great. So also this website has a really a bad user experience, like UI and UX, because when I wanted to find out how to write a comment here, I didn't find anything. There's just a link which is called comment on this title, but what kind of title? I'm sorry, it's about the book, or it's about this title? I don't know. So there must be really, they must optimize also the design of this page. Also, thin content is also that are internal linked pages, but goes to the 404 not found page. It hurts your user experience, which it will bring with page experience algorithm updates in May 2021. For example, you have a blog post, and there is an internal linked page, but when I click to this page, it's going to a broken link. Or another example, you can have this insights link on your top menu or footer menu or in a sticky button. So you need to find out if there is broken pages, because if you redirect users from a good page to a really bad page, that might hurt your user experience, and also this might be a thin content issue. So you need to find out this kind of pages. This screenshot is from Screaming Frog SEO Spider. You can crawl your website for free to 500 URLs, right? I think there's a limit to 500. If you don't have a premium account, of course, if you have free.
It's just 500, and they don't have any feature to filter this website.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I was going to say something, and I guess Mehmet Emre was asking your opinion about 4xx and 3xx pages, the client side, client errors, and you just give the answer.
That's it. So we have Mark in our clubhouse, but Mark, we are on YouTube. If you want to watch us, I shared the link on my Twitter account. So let's go to the next one. Thin content also might be a very long story, but with some complexities. For example, this page was really included a very long story. It might be really good experience, but has a low organic visibility. It's because the website at the half or page, the content is hidden, and they want to add your email to continue to read that content. But there is really impressive information, details about long stories or short stories you must read or something like that. So you don't need to hide your content because users don't love that, and it's equal to bad user experience. Like I mentioned, it's a page experience algorithm update which will come in May 2021. So check it out and just make sure there is no hidden content in your website. And I analyzed this page with Ahrefs. I filtered for this page from first position to the max one, which might be 100 plus. And the volume, search volume of these keywords from 500 to NA, none known. So there was no keyword which is ranking first because this page actually has a really bad user experience. They just give a short content of their long story. So if you are here, bookbob.com, if you watch us, or sometime if you will watch, then just delete that hidden content and open to all users. Also open it to Googlebot, because also I analyzed that from developer tools from Chrome browser, from network condition, and there Googlebot was analyzed this website, but there was none seen details on the page. So be assured there is no hidden content. Let's go through now how to approach and understand if there is thin content on your website. You can find it really quickly. You have two options here from Google Search Console and Google Analytics. It's free, totally free. But I heard lots of times, like, how to find out if that is a thin content in the page, because contact page or a webinar registration page, yeah, they have just a form to complete that form, but it's not really a thin content. It's not really a bad user experience, because user intent of this kind of pages are just to complete that form, just to see where you're located or something like that. So if you want to be assured if that page is thin content, you need to check out your reports. For example, first one, go to your Google Search Console property. There is index coverage, and under that, if you find out the report called page indexed without content, and there must be some examples. So make a filter. There is 3 lines like this one. Click there and make a filter which does not contain question mark, because question mark usually are added in no index meta robots, or are blocked from robots.txt with disallow rule. So you can filter that, and you will find out what kind of pages are indexed but without content. Or you can go to your Google Analytics and then click to behavior. Under that, click to site content, and then landing pages. So there you can see advanced filter section on the right side. Click there, exclude landing pages that contain question mark, and include bounce rates which is greater than 90. So why 90? You can add whatever you want, but 90 is something like users bounce really fast from your pages. So check out these pages, which is really might be really bad because their users are bounced really fast. So check out that kind of pages, why users are exit from your website, bounce from your website. The pages might be really long stories, but users don't like it. So let me give an example about thin content, by the way. which might be a little basic to understand. For example, you watch that video on YouTube, right? And you want to know how to find out if there is thin content, how to fix thin content on your e-commerce website. But at the final, you didn't get anything from me or from my colleagues. So it's also equal to a really thin content. So then we don't make a really valuable thing. Then if it's really that bad, then guys, you can ask us on Twitter, or you can give us feedbacks or something like that. But I just wanted to give an example how to find out if there's thin content. So this too is for free, but also I shared on my blog post, which I published it last week on boostras.com. You can find out there 2 more options which you can use with Deepcrawl or Screaming Frog SEO Spider. Now, let's go through how to deal with thin content on e-commerce website. Here I will give you 2 options, but don't limit you with just that. It's just 2 options which I experienced a lot and which I succeed a lot with lots of e-commerce websites. Also, there is 2 case studies on our website about this kind of success stories. So first option is about singularization. I am assuming that you have a small number of products, for example, coffee. You don't need to create a category for every single product. For example, Harar Regal coffee or Sidamo Legendary coffee. You don't need to do that because you have just one product. So make one which will include variation of products. When users will find their variations, then users also will take a look at every product and will choose one of them. So instead of add one product to the page, make it more visible, make it more variable. And by the way, this website, which is Garden of Coffee, it's ranking second for Buy Ethiopia Coffee keyword. It's under Amazon. Amazon is first, it's okay. But this website is like, I didn't see this website like 7 years I'm in this industry, and I am a coffee lover, but it's the first time when I see this website. So in a nutshell, this website has a really small authority. So they just made a category which includes 9 products, and they make it better with singularization. And the second option, by the way, there is question. If there is a question, I can answer them.
Nope, but you can ask all of your questions, guys. So, okay, we have a question.
Great. Or you have a question.
He's asking, oh, okay, this is the wrong thing. What Mehmet Emre is asking, what's enough product number that you needed? I suggest to add some similar product to the category.
Okay, what's enough product number that you needed? There is not like a fixed number, how many products you should have in your category, but I will talk about it in details in this option too, which is called Canonicalization. And there's lots of e-commerce website which is really big, but there is lots of category pages, and they don't know how many products they have in the categories. So I suggest you that if you have less than 2 products in these category pages, you can make dynamically working canonicalization. For example, here you see one product in the category, and there is no variation. So if you don't want, or if you have no time to do singularization to this kind of pages, then you can work with your developer and say that them to, if there is less than 2 products in the page, for example, 1 product, then make the canonical tag of category page to the product page. Then the authority of this category page will be redirected to the product page. So in that way, your product page will be more valuable, and also will be more crawled by Google, and you will save a lot of time for your crawl budget. So it also equal to a great crawl budget on your website. So long story short, I did a diagram to understand in a nutshell this one. Do your category page have less than 2 products? Yes or no? So if yes, make the canonical tag to each product URL, or remove and combine it, which is singularization. No, then you can leave it as it is, but keep in mind that the more product variation you give in the category, the more interactivity you get. Then about out-of-stock products. By the way, there might be lots of out-of-stock products if you are a big e-commerce website. And if you have that in your website, if you don't know when it will come back to your stock, then make the canonical tag to each category page where there are really relevant products. Or you can do, instead of the add to back button, add a form to remind potential clients when the product will be in stock. Add the related product section of its or from similar category that has got best widths. Visitors might spend time on the other options, but there is no guarantee all the visitors will click this section. And I made the diagram, but it's not my template. It's a template from draft.io, but I edited it in a way that you can understand very well what kind of value will you have after make this one improvement in your website, instead of add to bag to make add a form to remind potential clients. So let's assume that strangers search for your product query. They come to your website as a visitors, and they see their out-of-stock product pages. So it's a funnel. If you added there a form to remind when the product will be in stock again, then they will add their email address in there, and they will become your leads. And if that product will come back in stock, then the notification will automatically go to their email. So if they didn't buy from another competitor the product, then they might be your customers. So in a final part, delightful, you nailed it. You bring money for your e-commerce website. So this is the funnel in a nutshell. I hope everyone enjoyed that and find useful. But if you have questions, you can ask them on Twitter or right here.
And I want to add something also in cannibalization issue. You gave an example about product, and we can also I saw some examples in the websites. for example, they have a main category hair, as a hair, and they have subcategory like hair shampoo, hair cream, and for example, hair cream is they don't have many products in this page, and they need to give a canonical to the main category also, because this kind of subcategory pages are also theme pages, and the bounce rate is high.
Yep. So let's go through Bushra. Are you ready, Bushra? Yes?
I'm waiting for you.
Okay. I send you a chocolate online.
So this is my Valentine's Day chocolate for you. So Valentine's Day is coming. Guys, have you prepared your content? You may need some content for your product pages. And if you need ideas about it, how to find ideas about it, you can read this article to get info about it. And I'm also giving some free tools for keyword research too. You might just check it, and it can be useful for your Valentine's Day content.
Great. Bushra, you might have trouble with your Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah.
I say something bad about connection company. I may have. I'm gonna change it after I'm done with it, because then I disconnect.
Now we hear you. Can you repeat, please, about Valentine's Day is coming?
So guys, I just said that Valentine's Day is coming, and you may need some seasonal content for your products. So you can check this article out that I wrote on Bootstrap's blog, and I'm also giving some free keyword research, keyword research support. It can be really useful for you, and giving all of you an online. Can you hear me?
Still connection problem, but yeah, it's not stable.
Okay.
We hear you.
Okay. So the second topic, I'm gonna start my topics with. I'm not gonna close my video. So I'm gonna start topics about the SEO. And actually, this is not a thing. We have done this, but I'll just announce that they no longer support data vocabulary structure, and they also say that most of the websites use this for structures, and there will be no penalty for using this kind of unsupported structure. But just claim that they won't be using them in search for rich results. They say no penalty, but it's a penalty actually. Being not in search results is the penalty for that website. So I don't understand the logic here, but it's an example.
Okay.
So this is also from last week, Google SEO. Someone asked John Mueller content on product pages, product pages, and he just answered that a little information about how to use a product shipping info can be duplicate, and it won't be a really big problem. But some people may understand this wrong, and they just may assume that duplicate content on product pages will not be a problem, and they will probably publish all of the content in duplicate form. And I'm just not talking about the shipping info or guide info, and they may use all of the meta titles same, meta descriptions same, and the body structure same. And when they do not have the proper structure, proper optimizations for this, this may be a really big problem for your website. So it's not like duplicate content is not a negative ranking factor all the time. And I just found this example from the graveyard of Google UK search results. It's from the third or fourth page, I guess, fourth search results page. So this website has different options for a cloth, and they have all the same name, but they have different shapes, different colors, but the content is the same. So when there is no canonicalization, just like you mentioned above, or when you have no different content with them, this will be a really big problem for your website. In order to solve this, you can just create different strategies. For example, last week you were talking about Migros case study, how you change meta titles and descriptions, how you created a format for them and changed all of the products in order for them not to be double content.
Yep.
If you have a lot of product, you may use it. That may be a really good option. Canonicalization can be another really good option for this different colors, different sizes. If you have all different pages for them. And the good one is I just came across on a website. You can use some. I don't want to say you can use JavaScript freely, but you can also create a format in order to change the color options of the page without creating a new page, staying on the same page with JavaScript codes. It can be a really good solution too if you're using it effectively, and if it's don't oh my god, it's so complicated right now, and it does not change your page or page speed, then you're okay, you're good to go. So guys, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I'm thinking like might be a really bad duplicate content in your website, which is usually on every single e-commerce website, and not just in e-commerce, also in newsletters or in news websites, sorry. And you need to check out which I don't know, with Google Search Console or third-party tool, you need just to check out and to add their unique title.
Of course, you're always free to write different contents for every page, but in this kind of thing in e-commerce websites, it's almost impossible. So you may need the help of a developer at this point, just like you mentioned for the content part.
So also, if you make lots of duplicate titles for your products, then when a user will search for internally from your website, directly from your website, will like write something like split neck Henley blues, but there is lots of split neck Henley blues, so they can't find your what kind of product they want to search. So also it's internally duplicate content, not just externally for external troubles.
Sometimes they don't even change the meta title, you know. Like, for example, you have sweatshirt, but it's just sweatshirt, and you are clicking on the yellow one and not yellow sweatshirt.
Yeah.
All duplicate.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing in a content optimization part.
Yeah.
So, Bushra, we can't hear you. It might be because of the internet connection. But we will wait for you a minute, second, maybe. She will come back, I'm sure. So, is there any questions?
I'm checking now. There's no question now about this duplicate content.
Okay. While Bushra not here, it might be really great to have some questions to answer you. Adam, even you can ask me some questions.
So how can we make a strategy in this duplicate content? Maybe we can talk about that.
Oh. I will not answer because Bushra is here. So
hello.
Okay, I have the modern apocalyptic events here. I lost my internet connection completely. I don't know, maybe something's happening in Turkey and internet is down. I don't know why. And okay, sorry. Sorry for waiting for me. And let's continue. So we were left with the duplicate content issue, and now I'm finished. Since I'm finished talking with it, if you don't have any comments about it, I'm going for the next slide. So keyword cannibalization. What should we do about it? So this is a really big problem. Last week I was talking about if you don't have a good competitor or if you don't have high competition completely and you got ranked for a piece of content at the first place, it does not mean that your content is really good and your website has no problem about getting ranked. But this website is a really good example for it. They were getting ranked first for some specific keywords. I won't go into details. And this year, the trend for that keyword, the competition for that keyword doubled, and there's a lot of people writing about it. And now their impression results got doubled, but they don't get the effective clicks from it because they're no longer getting ranked at the first place. And besides that, since they have a lot of pages targeting for that keyword, they also have cannibalization issues, and one of their other pages are on the first results page of Google too, and they are eating each other's performance here. And this is, even though their impression increased, they don't have the proper clicks they desired from that search results. So this is a really unique example, and this also means that you should think of your content. You should think of auditing your content in some time intervals, and maybe if it is necessary, you should think of killing some of your content, even if they have high traffic, because they may have high traffic and you may lose it for a while, but that traffic also kills the other performances of your website. So be careful about it, make a really good content of it, and be brave about it. So what do you think about it? You were going to say something, but I just lost connection.
I actually said my opinion about duplicate titles on the website. So I can add also here my opinion. For example, here we have in last 3 months, like 2 million impressions, but just 8,000 clicks. It's not a bug. I am pretty sure it's not a bug, but there might be lots of which is most common issue in the most of websites, e-commerce websites. They don't add any meta title or page title in their pages. For example, they just add a brand name for every single page. It might be because of infrastructure, Shopify, WooCommerce, Magento, or something else. It might be because of infrastructure, of course, but it's just is just an opinion. There might be another thing. You need to check out why is there really a small number of clicks besides impressions.
If this was a new website for the client, I would think exactly the same things with you, Numan. But we know that we optimize meta titles, meta descriptions, everything about the content here. But of course, they keep writing about the same topic everywhere. And this is problematic. I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna be brave and offer them to kill all of the content they're suffering from. Yeah, this is interesting, and this data is really interesting too, because you double your impressions, but you don't get any clicks from it. What the hell is that?
There might be also, I think, rich results. For example, they search for something. What is the time zone of Chisinau? For example, there might be a rich result with directly answer. So that's why they got lots of impressions but no clicks.
Actually, it's not because of rich results. At the top 3 search results, there are government websites.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is another topic. Deepcrawl 101. This is not actually the real Deepcrawl 101 session with you, but I had a really interesting experience with Deepcrawl, and I just wanted to share it. So I had a really normal new website to optimize, and I just checked the website pages manually, and I just assumed that, okay, besides page speed optimization, we won't have any problem here because there's not lots of pages here in terms of quantity, of course, but it just stays in the theory. In practice, I just started to crawl the website and I just came across a lot of things, and I was shocked. And the Deepcrawl was crawling the website for 2 days, and I just decided to finalize it because there is no end. And I was thinking about, oh my God, what I'm gonna do? There's a lot of links here. What should I do about it? Because this is my first time seeing like something like this with a really small website, and I just wonder what they were doing at their back of the website. And we just realized that from the all pages section, they were using a lot of URL parameters here. So there is only 1,000 URLs on the website, and even 1,000 is really big for that website, I guess. There are a lot of different filter mechanisms for the same version of a page. 5 or 6, I guess. They were using 5 or 6 different filters for every size, every color, every type, etc., etc. So don't panic because you don't need to check all of it. Just use some simple regex code, some simple filter mechanisms, and you will be done. You will not spend your whole day. So I just wanted to tell my really panicking experience here.
Yeah, you will not waste your Deepcrawl credits because you have a limit there, and you need to make your settings before you crawl a website. For example, you can limit the crawl to 10,000 URLs or to 10,000 crawl limit or something like that. So after there is a step 4 in the crawl when you start a project. There you can exclude kind of pages, or you can make a filter to not crawl pages which includes parameter URLs. You can do that with robots.txt. There is a section about regarding this. You can make a virtual robots.txt for your website in Deepcrawl. So when you make that, you will not have issues like that because there is no actually that kind of issues in the website.
Yep. So this is my last topic for this week. I came across Julian Shapiro. I probably read it wrong, but I hope it's true. He has a really impressive tweet thread and a really good blog article about how to write well. And I just realized that I'm doing the same kind of stuff just he mentioned, and I just wanted to talk about it a little bit, because in our sector we need to write something most of the time. Okay, most of us are not professional writers, but we should somehow start at some point. And as a content writer, you need to find the topic you want to write about first, because if you don't have a clear mind about it, you will probably write something that will turn into junk later. And you will try to find and filter all the topics you can write about and find your topic, then start writing about it. If you're feeling stuck about it, just go watch a movie, watch some series, or go to gym. It's not possible in times of corona, of course, but just relax your mind, and after that just start to write again. That's a really good thing, and it's not procrastination. It's a really good trick to write well. And of course, you write something and you just think that you're writing really good, everything is fine. There won't be a problem. You're perfect. You're in a perfect state, but you may not see the problems since you write the content yourself. So please share your content draft with another person to get their feedback, get their ideas about it. And when another person tells you that there's problems, there may be some misunderstandings about it, then you can really realize what's the problem with your content. And also Julian suggests that make someone read your content and want them to summarize the topic of the content, the thing you are telling about in 30 seconds. If they cannot summarize it, then you're not writing a readable content piece, an understandable content piece. And he is saying that be simple as possible, because everyone do not have to understand your complex writing style. For example, also SEMrush writing, SEO writing assistant has the same kind of thing, and they also make their measure their readability score according to that. If you are using SEMrush, you can check that too. It's really useful. So I'm done for this week. Thank you for listening to me.
Really impressive, Bisha. Also, Julian, I just find this out. It's not just a diligent man about content marketing, but also he made a really great technical structure. Look at this URL.
Yeah,
it's very clear. It's very, very clear. So, Adam, we are going to you right now. How about you?
As you know, the expected update was published, and this feature snippet, and it's published in the English search results in United States, and it's predicted that this feature will be activated in the United Kingdom next year, I think. And with this feature, we will able to get information about the page without actually clicking on the site. Thus, we will able to find the exact website and we are looking for by checking all of the results that appear in the SERP one by one. We can check it, and I am not reading what Google say on its blog, guys. That's the maybe most technical part. If it's a site you haven't heard of before, that additional information can give you context or peace of mind, especially if you are looking for something important like health or financial information. And we can easily say that this update is actually made for your money, your life. And in fact, with this development, probably we can say that Google is trying to measure which websites or which e-commerce websites or another are more suitable for these values, your money and your life. That's the
your money and your life. Okay.
Yeah, and in the previous days, John Mueller was asked whether the Core Web Vitals metrics have changed according to industry or website type. And he actually said that Core Web Vitals are static for each website and calculated from the same value. There's a LCP metrics or cumulative layout sheet metrics, this kind of metrics, or all of them are stable for each website. And because ultimately, all websites are in competition with website in their own industry, And for example, while an e-commerce website has a dynamic structure, and another e-commerce site cannot create a static website, and they cannot provide high performance in this area. They need to use the same theme or same websites. They must be so dynamic in e-commerce, so they cannot be come forefront. And as you know, render blocking resources are quite common issue in e-commerce also, and the error that slows down our website. But this error is not for just this website; it's for all e-commerce websites. So we need to optimize this as much as possible, and we will move us forward our website. So, and therefore, the LCP and FID and the CLC values of all websites are calculated in the same way and on the same metrics as John Miller mentioned about that. So how much do these values affect our websites? In fact, you can find out with the, as you see there, Lighthouse scoring calculator. Since the part that affects the speed of our website, the most actually the general loading speed of our entire website, like the largest contentful paint value is more important, as you see. And another important metric is here, total blocking time, briefly, and the measures time to between FCP and TTI when the main thread is blocked. And there was no TBT in Lighthouse 5, but we can say that now Lighthouse 6, they updated these metrics at a % of 25.
Amazing.
And you are not a technical person, but you want to solve speed problems on your WordPress site, and you can use plugins and these ideas. I want to talk about that actually, and you can actually do it very easily with the, as I say, the plugin. And for this, I took 3 main elements, as you see there: images, preloading key requests, and JavaScript and CSS. These 3 main elements we need to solve. I had examples from some websites like this one, properly sized images. And this is the kind of most common mistakes in this area, because WordPress shrinks or compress our photos separately for each size when you upload a photo in the media library. So we need to use WordPress media library, not to type direct to URL, as you see there. It's actually so small photo, but you are using it in this 1280 and pixels, and when you enter the website, the users are uploading this photo and not 160 pixels.
Actually it's more smaller. Smaller.
We need to use WordPress media library because it's making it automatically, and we can upload our photos from there, and we can fix this issue. And when we look at total size of documents here in this page, it's actually tell us which files to optimize. It's 5 megabyte, like almost 6 megabyte there, images sizes. And there may be photos you saved from software such as Photoshop, Illustrator without compressing, and you may be using stock images created for posters and printing works. As you know, the stock images are really their document size is really big because because they wanna perform at their best when they come out of the printer, and that's not for websites. You need to compress them. And I saw also some websites, they are using photos in that way. They are just scrolling the website is 4 megabyte or 3 megabyte photos, and that's really huge. And you need to always download this photo when you visit this website. And we can also use Screaming Frog for that. We can crawl our all website pages, and we can filter on the Screaming Frog all over 100 kilobytes our photo size, and we can find which photos are sizes really huge.
Or we can crawl just JPEG images or PNG images by make a regex code, by adding a regex code.
But that's not for technical person.
Yeah, it's not for technical person. I'm sorry. Regarding Smash, yeah, there is WordPress Smash colored plugin in there. But
And
if you don't, sorry, if you don't want to use any plugin, you can do that manually on Photoshop. When you save the image, which is a little bit big, then you need to save for web. There is an option to save for web. And there is actually a really optimized and compressed image. So you have some options. For example, what type it should be that file, or how many kilobytes do you want to compress, and a lot more. So you need to check out if you want to do this manually. This screenshot is from SpeedCurve, right?
SpeedCurve.
Yeah, that's a great tool, by the way.
I want to add something from this part also, the last one, previous one, for photos, like why we need to use plugin. For example, if your website is dynamic, for example, users can review they can upload photo, but you cannot always compress them manually. You can use Smash, and they can this plugin can compress it automatically. So sometimes we need a plugin in this process. And also we can use WebP format, but that can be problem for some websites. For example, some slider plugins doesn't support this WebP format, and we cannot use it. But if we have any chance to use it, we can use WebP format, and we can divide the size almost half. And okay, we made all these improvements. So in which metrics of Core Web Vitals will we improve? And in general, our LCP value will improve as we will increase the loading speed of our website. And in addition, our CLC metric will be positively affected, as we will prevent the instability of the CSS. Okay, our fonts are actually among our fast loading files, and but if we upload them as preload, we can lighten the chain of critical requests and make our fonts visible while the website is loading. So how can we do this through website? That's the question, because we are giving tips to WordPress users, and we can manually load our fonts to the head section together with the preload code. And but we need to be careful in this process. Why? Because we may risk the link being overwritten if you update your theme. Something can overwritten, and maybe in this process you can ask your technical supporters, because that kind of risky. And we can do this by using plugins also that change the head part, and these plugins can have this feature. And we can only make changes by writing our code through the plugin, But if you say, I don't like the codes, I hate them, and I want to implement them completely with the plugin, and the optimized plugin will probably help you. And we can use WordPress settings and then optimize and extra, and we can preload our WOF documents, font documents like Google fonts from here.
Amazing trick.
So exactly, which metrics will be affected again? And again, our LCP will improve as it improves the overall speed of our website, and our IP will also show positive momentum here. Now that the visuals and the font are finished, let's look at how can we optimize the backend part of without technical knowledges.
You want to optimize JavaScript and CSS, right? And minify
Yeah.
them. Okay. Interesting.
And usually, JavaScript and CSS files contain blank spaces, new lines, and unnecessary characters that can be removed through the process of manifying. And in this case, we can compress it manually with a compression program, or we can solve this problem with a plugin also. We can use there are lots of WordPress plugins actually to minify them and compress them.
I saw one comparison between Broadly and another one, Cache Content Compress. It was about gzip versus Broadly, and after this experiment, I saw that Broadly is much better at compression, but like gzip is really bad, but Broadly is something new. Do you see that? Do you saw that on Medium?
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess I saw it.
Yeah.
Can you hear me, by the way?
For some websites, it's better to use Broadly as content compress.
And some of our files can block us on the upload side, and especially in e-commerce websites. I can give an example from that, and we often come across files that require many purchasing interaction, and they have lots of data measurement files also in e-commerce website. And what can we do? And we need to eliminate render blocking resources, but sometimes we cannot do it because of some technical problems. But we can try it. We can check can it solved or not, and we can differ. And I think we can use these rules here. Actually, the differ attribute tells the browser not to wait for the script, and async is also similar to differ, but the scripts will be loaded in the background and allowing the rest of the page to render. And this part requires a little more technical knowledge and it's about detecting our unnecessary files, And here you can actually get support on the technical side. I can say that, okay, this is not for technical people. In this part, I'm sorry, guys. And because if it's file framework, we deferred, and it affects our interface. And let's see in what direction it affects our metrics. And as you've seen here, our visual stability, our CLC metric will probably reduce because we have postponed as JavaScript file while loading the interface. Then this JavaScript file was uploaded, and there will be discrepancy in the interface. It will be probably instability there, and this will negatively affect our CL metric, and that's why we need to know exactly what the implication of the codes files that we are going to defer. That's the main part, actually. Okay, the lastly, many style files have many options. If you don't type these codes, because you are, for example, you are selling a theme, WordPress theme in the theme forest or another stores, and you are implementing lots of language options, lots of grid options in this style CSS documents. So you need to share this document all markets, all countries. For example, we have a website that's from this example from there. We have a website with Turkish and English language support. And when I checked the backend files over Lighthouse performance, and I realized that only 1% of the CSS file was used here. And in the font face section, as you see in there also in the CSS code, I discovered alphabet options for many open sans fonts. Likewise, I discovered also grid structures that we not use many of our websites or many pages. We don't use them. And from here, we have performed an optimization of about 2 seconds on the mobile side, maybe. And that's why we need to determine what percentage of our code structure are used on our website. We need to check it. And then we have to delete these codes and optimize them. And as you've seen there, like there is like Greek and Cyrillic alphabet and Vietnamese alphabet. That's really unnecessary things for us, because we have a Turkish and English language option, and we will use just Latin alphabet here, not Cyrillic or Greek.
Oh, gosh. By the way, here might be curious matter people that want to know, how did you find out this file with fonts? Where did you find this? How did you find this?
We can make a performance like we visit the website, and how can we do it like a MacBook? Command Alt and G, and we can click on them, and we can find the Core Web Vitals section here. We can arrive to performance section here, and we can perform our website there, and we can click on how many percentage of our CSS or JavaScript files are used in this page. Not all websites. That's the main part. Maybe these codes are using in another pages. You don't know it. So you need also technical support here. And we can find these files from there.
Great. Thanks.
Yeah.
So that was the last one, right?
Yeah.
More than 1 hour. I think this is our first, the longest session of this year. Wow. Amazing, guys. Impressive.
Amazing.
Really. Thank you very much for this one, and to all our attendees to participate at these sessions. And we hope you enjoyed that. And if you have some questions, you can ask them on our Twitter or in below comments. So that's it. Thank you very much, and have a nice weekend, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.